We turn now to the United States, where President Trump is pushing forward with an unprecedented downsizing of the federal workforce. Tens of thousands of federal employees have been laid off since he took office. Amid rising confusion caused by the large-scale layoffs, suspicions are growing this talent is being recruited by Chinese companies.
Hello, good morning.
Max Lesser, a cybersecurity analyst at a conservative think tank in Washington, noticed something suspicious about the job offers.
So you can see that on the right hand of the screen, they were specifically targeting former U.S. government employees who are based in the D.C. area.
Since January, the number of federal employees has fallen by 69,000. The posting specifically targeted these talents and promised high salaries and generous support to their families. But the office address listed in Singapore turned out to be nothing more than an empty lot. Lesser dug deeper and discovered that the site was actually run by a Chinese IT company based in Beijing. He says this Chinese firm also operated websites for 3 other consulting companies, all of which showed suspicious characteristics. One such company even claimed to have an office in Shibuya, Tokyo. But the address included the words 5 Chome, a non-existent block number.
We see the strange address, we see the fake clients. All of these things point to the fact that this is probably not a real consulting firm.
Lesser believes these companies could be a front for Chinese intelligence, and its true objective may be acquiring classified information.
When you look at the behaviors of this network, they so closely align, they so clearly align with historical Chinese intelligence operations. They use the exact same tactics. Geopolitical risk consulting firms based in Singapore or Hong Kong, the use of LinkedIn and other job recruiting sites.
In May, an NHK team obtained information that one of the consulting firms, operated by the Chinese IT company, had posted a new job ad. We visited the listed office address in California. What stood there was a yacht harbor, completely unrelated to the company. Holden Triplett, who served as the head of counterintelligence at the National Security Council during the first Trump administration, warned that aggressive cuts to the federal workforce could create new vulnerabilities.
They still know a lot of things. They know people, they know whatever they learned during their time there, and they're less protected. Perhaps created a perfect recruitment environment where you have a lot of people who they need money because they've suddenly out of their jobs. And then they're also perhaps very upset at the government for how they've been treated.
Reuters reported that, when asked about the activities, the Chinese embassy in Washington said, "We are not aware of any organization involved in such activities on behalf of China. We respect data privacy and security." This surveillance footage shot showed an ex-CIA officer attempting to duplicate classified materials at a copy service company and handing it over to China. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, the initial contact between the ex-CIA officer and Chinese authorities had been made via social media. Fred Hoffman is a former military intelligence officer specializing in China. He says such contact occurs frequently.
At least once a week, I receive some message from someone, hey, looked at your profile. If you're interested, reach out. Okay, thank you, but no thank you. And I always look at their profile, too, and it's usually pretty sketchy. If I approach 1,000 people and 999 say no, but one says yes, I've succeeded, right? So this is why it's a concern.
Now, NHK World's Fukuda Yohei from our Science and Culture Division covered this story and joins us now. So Yohei, are these recruitment activities by Chinese companies actually linked to the Chinese government? And if former federal government employees are recruited, what kind of risks are involved?
There is currently no definitive evidence proving a direct connection to the Chinese authorities. However, multiple experts have pointed out that the tactics being used closely resemble those previously employed by Chinese government. When we say classified information, it can mean many things. Of course, it includes top-level military secrets, but also more private data, like personal connections, family backgrounds. Anything could potentially be of interest. So experts warn that even if such information is not immediately exploited, it could be later be used in diplomatic negotiations or other ways, posing long-term risks.
So is it really just an issue for the United States, or should Japan and other countries be concerned as well?
Security experts' investigation in this case have stated that countries like Japan are also potential targets for intelligence gathering. And as shown in the VTR, one of the companies we uncovered listed a fake address in Tokyo. The company claimed to be a consulting firm targeting both US and Japanese markets, suggesting they are seeking information on individuals with ties to both nations. Just as with the mass layoffs of federal employees, there is a chance their schemes will prey on people in at-risk situations. That's why understanding the tactics and staying alert is crucial.
So, right, Yohei, how do you think government should respond then?
The key is detecting fake websites as early as possible.
Right.
Law enforcement and public safety agencies in each country must work together to monitor and address suspicious websites. A government also needs to actively investigate such cases and release information when appropriate. And in addition, there is an urgent need to establish proper follow-up systems, for instance, offering career support to government employees after retirement or termination.
Right, so follow-up is key here. Thank you very much, Yohei, for all your insight. NHK World's Fukuda Yohei.